Hi guys, Toni here from Toni Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at heat wrapping our exhaust downpipes with this stuff. Actually, scrap that. Right, I already wrapped my pipes and that was the intro that I'm filming for it because I didn't film the intro. Anyway, I wrapped the pipes, but the problem is I've done it all wrong. So basically what we're going to do is, this video is going to be how not to do it and then how hopefully to do it. So what we're going to do is I'll take you through the step by step of what I did and what I've done wrong, and then hopefully you can avoid my mistakes. As you can see, it's been peeling a bit here, so I'm going to replace this. Okay, first things first, this time round I'm prepared. So I've got my buff, I've got old clothes on that I'm willing to chuck straight in the washing machine. I've got a pair of disposable latex gloves. I've got two pairs actually because they rip easily, don't they? And obviously I've got all my tools out ready because the last thing I want to do is be going in and out once the fiberglass is sort of flying around and on me. I don't want to be bringing that in and out of the house. So let's get to it. Right, first thing I'm going to do is remove this heat plate, okay, that separates the downpipe and the exhaust going into the catalytic converter, and that's just two little hexagon heads, and they're on like a clamp, like a swivel clamp. Just loosen those off. Pull off like that, so they just clamp on. Next thing I'm taking off is this exhaust clamp. For me that's a 10mm socket or a spanner. I also, when I took these off last time, just gave them a quick rub down and sprayed them with some black high heat paint, just to make them a little bit tidier because they were looking a bit rusty, a bit tired. And I couldn't get any new ones of these at the moment because we're in lockdown. So just spraying them up and touching them up is a good solution in the meantime. But yeah, take these off, give them a rub down. Next thing is these two bolts holding the exhaust clamps off. I'm using the extender bar on that just so I can get in here. Once they're loose, they should be hand tight. So I'm just going to take those off. Now this comes off in like a scissor motion. Okay, I'll show you. Like that. Like a pair of scissors underneath and over. Cut these. Right, now I'm about to disturb this. I'm going to put this face mask on and you'll see probably all the little fragments flying around. I don't know if you can see that. But if you can see the way it's wrapped, it's just on that top part about 3mm over. Now I'm going to use new stuff just because this is already sort of like I said, got a little bit of fraying going on and things like that. I mean, it's perfectly fine, but I just want to do a good job this time, so I'm going to start afresh. But I'm going to use this as a guide to cut my new piece. Right, it's cutting off. I'm going to put these 2 lengths in to let them soak. I'm going to probably give them about 10 minutes just to make sure they're properly soaked. Right, let's get started. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm going to secure it with a little bit of duct tape, and I'm going to work my way from the bottom, wrapping it and overlapping by a couple of mil until I get to the top, and then secure the top, keeping that tension the whole time. So let's try it. Keeping that tension and pulling it and twisting it to really get that tight bind around the pipe. So I'm going to remove the bottom tape. Make sure that's firmly twisted round, and then put my bottom tie on. Again, keep that twisted. Give myself a bit of extra. Leverage. So I'm just going to remove these last straggly bits. So I'm using a pair of tin snips for this, and I'm going to get in as close as I can so it's away from me. Next I'm going to put the clamp back on, making sure that you've got the recess for the sensor on the downpipe there. And remember, like I said, it will go on like a pair of scissors. So that one on first, top one on, and then the bottom one now goes on first. And this one over that. Just loosely put these on for now. And put the exhaust, the bracket back on. So one little thing I'm doing with my clamp is I'm tightening it roughly, and then I'm going to swivel it in the direction of to keep it taut, just to make sure I get that last little bit of pull, to give it that extra bit of tension on the grip. And then just going to tighten it up. Again, folding that onto the inside. So don't forget to do these up. So this looks like a much better job than last time. I'm happier with this one. Still got a few little sort of spriggy things, which is part of the makeup of the wrap itself. But one thing we've got to do is heat cure it. So once I'm finished doing the other side, turn it on, heat the pipes up for a little bit, and get these solidified a little bit more. As you can see, the steam rising. I'm curing that and evaporating that water where we drenched it in the water. So this will cure this tape now and make it harder. Okay, so the first point we need to address really is, I suppose, why wrap the pipes? I have seen various YouTube videos that suggest that it helps with performance, in that it helps the gases escape the exhaust a lot more efficiently. I don't know how true that is. I don't know how that's measured, if it is a scientific fact or not. That's not why I do it. There's probably a few reasons why I do it, and I'll go through those. First one is, I think it adds to the overall look of my bike, so the general aesthetics. I think it suits the bike, so I like that nice sort of gold wrap. That's the first reason. The second reason I do it is, I think the downpipes being exposed to all elements, to all road conditions, you're going to get a lot more pitting and stuff, so it helps protect those pipes. So that's the second reason I do it. And the third reason is, I don't garage my bike, it's kept under a sheet, and by wrapping the pipes they tend to cool down a lot quicker. So it just enables me to get the sheet on the bike quicker, to stop all the dust and grime and whatever else. It enables me to just get that sheet on the bike quicker, without melting the pipe, melting the sheet via the pipes. So that's the third reason I do it. So let's go through some of the reasons, or some of the points that I actually did wrong the first time round. The first thing I did was, I didn't wear old clothes or overalls that I could fling in the washing machine. I actually just wore normal clothes, and what I found was they were absolutely covered in fiberglass particles, and it's taken me a good few washes to get those clean again. So definitely wear old clothes that you're going to wash on their own without any other garments in there that you can fling straight in the machine. Second point was, I didn't wear gloves. You really do need to wear gloves. My hands were absolutely battered from fiberglass particles. It felt like I'd grabbed a bunch of stinging nettles. I just had these little invisible fibres that were poking out of my skin that would just become inflamed and hurt, just like stinging nettles do. So definitely wear gloves. And the third point would be, wear a buff like I did, or a mask that stops you breathing in those particles. And probably as well, if you've got it, I'd wear some goggles just in case you rub your eyes or anything like that. You don't want to get any particles in your eyes. So I would do that. So I hope that helped. This is not a hard and fast way that you should wrap your pipes. This is my way that I've done it through watching other people wrap their pipes. So I'm representing the real person. I'm a real person who's wrapped their own pipes on their own bike, and that's a real honest open review of how it's done. Don't forget, definitely you need to soak those bandages before you wrap them. It definitely helps with the tightness of the bind, and it stopped those particles flying around as much. I definitely didn't get covered in as many fibres this time round. So hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel, there's more videos coming up. Safe riding when we get out of Coronaville, and I'll see you soon.